fellow old buck in Morro. New surroundings.
I have a mouthful of jellies.
Yeah, new surroundings. That's why you have a mouthful of jellies.
Yeah, this is way better.
We're in the Gorilla Room, which is my attic.
It's fucking awesome.
That my missus has allowed me to convert into...
The most teenage wrestling room of all time.
Yeah, like my Eddie Guerrero poster, they're only new, it's fallen down already.
Eddie's there.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see Steve Austin's blood face.
Yeah, he's there. Oh, this place is going to be kitted out. But we said over the Christmas break, yeah.
I've got Bryan Danielson.
He's got John Moxley.
I've got John Moxley.
There's 2 boxes of wrestlers over there, like big boxes.
Massive boxes.
There is a WrestleMania 2 real scale ring with the cage on it there.
I never understood the size of that ring.
It's, to scale.
To what scale?
To scale.
It's the same size of the ring as they used in WrestleMania 2.
It is. It's the exact same size.
Okay. I can see that.
It's not as big as our wrestling ring that we have out the back garden as well. As you can tell, I'm a 36-year-old man and I'm still a child.
I'm playing with toys. I'm 38.
You are playing with toys. Yeah, it's class though.
It's class.
Not playing with toys. But like all here...
I'm putting these down.
Loads of wrestling stuff there. My Frankie Vendetta friend stuff over there. There's Franco. You might be able to see him. But yeah, you kind of just stick around here for ages.
There's a Suzuki, a Liger, a Gunter...
A signed Kurt Angle.
A signed Kurt Angle.
And an Andre.
In a row.
With a signed Ultimate Warrior up here.
And I think the best of the bunch is the Terry Gordy one behind you.
Given to me by the great Paddy Morro, who signed that for me up there. Just over your head, Morro.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, signed it for me. He is a legend.
Is that Ilya Dragunov underneath there? Or is it the ringmaster stunning Steve Austin, no?
There's a stunning Steve Austin, I have a Dragunov, and I have a Sandman, so it could be... Like, there's even stuff behind
these and all.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, we said over Christmas I've after getting a new camera. We said we'd give it a go and see what it's like up here because I wasn't arse driving into town.
I wasn't arse looking for parking in town.
Yeah.
It's been horrific for the last 6 weeks.
It is. And it doesn't mean that we're done down in the basement
dungeon.
or anything like that. Down in the dungeon. No, we're just here because...
It's nice.
We had the stuff, yeah. You get free jellies with it.
I got free jellies.
They're gone.
I bet them all.
There you have it.
Nice.
Did you have a good Christmas?
I had a lovely Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm weeks ahead on Total Extreme Morro.
Oh, you played way too much of that.
Yeah, well, I had like a few days off for the first time all year. And played... I'm actually I have 2 full episodes recorded ahead of what's released. I'm going to slow down now.
I started reading the bazaars again.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought you were totally done with them.
No, I was done with them for a while, but I want to write them all, get them done, and then slow release them so I can do them under my own time.
Yeah, but what's going to happen is you're going to edit one, you're going to get excited, and you're going to just release it.
Yeah, and then it'll get no views.
Yeah.
Like the Chris Benoit one with Nancy. That video is excellent, done by Louis. Hard to get traction. It's really well done. Go check it out if you hadn't had the chance. JBL one did all right.
JBL one's doing well.
Yeah,
the Ultimate Warrior one is still ticking up in views, even though it started poorly.
Really?
I think it's kind of started ticking up a bit.
Oh, cool. Well, loads of stuff on the channel, but, you know, our bread and butter, as they say, is the podcast.
We are the bread and butter.
We are the bread and butter.
That's our tag team name, bread and butter.
Yeah. Dumphy is the Gherkins.
He's 100% the Gherkins.
Yeah, he is the Gherkin.
Take him or leave him.
But if you want a bit of salami in the bread and butter,
that's the Johnny Marks.
But you had the Murrays last night.
Murray's last night was a great time.
Yeah, and today we're kind of going the opposite end. It's not necessarily like the Razzie Award. We can call them the Dumphy Awards if you want to.
Call them the Dumfies, yeah.
The worst of, you know. But we kind of cover that every time we do the podcast. But I want to kind of look at maybe wrestlers who fell off in 2025 and then subsequently ones who are set for a big 2026.
Okay.
I think that'd be an interesting thing to talk about. We were going to do the Insane Royal Rumble, but I think that's
we need to be too close to the Rumble. Yeah. We need to be closer to Rumble.
Yeah.
Is the Rumble like start of February again?
It's the end of January, the very end.
Yeah. No, we'll do that the week before or something.
Yeah, so wrestlers who fell off, and like it could be due to injury.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, just when you look at them, you go, oh, they don't have the same. Like they've lost that little spark that they used to have. Mm-hmm. And I think Bayley is a prime example of that.
Do you think Bayley fell off? I think she's still deadly. I
think she's stuck in this kind of like creative limbo of what the fuck do we do with Bayley?
Well, I think what they've just repositioned her as the veteran enhancement talent.
in like what Natalia was before.
Yeah. Which is, I suppose, a fall off because I think she still has more.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. They had that like split personality gimmick that they were starting,
Yeah,
and then that
like
faded away, and then she lost to Sol Ruka or whatever. Like she missed out on WrestleMania this year. Did she miss out on SummerSlam as well? She's missed out on some big things.
Yeah, they just kind of use her as in that veteran enhancement talent role. She'll get on very few pay-per-views. She'll put people over on TV. When they bring up people from NXT now, she'll be the first feud and she'll lose.
But she's better than that. Like
she's way better than that.
She still has a lot to offer. Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné and like Toni Storm and how they've strived in AEW.
Yeah, I think she probably is. Do you? I think she is.
Like she's doing tremendous. I don't know if you've seen her stuff, like where she had this camp.
That looked unbelievable.
She showed up at Fight Factory Wrestling there while you go down at the school. It's just one of my favorite, and I wouldn't even say women's matches. One of my favorite matches is NXT Brooklyn.
Banks
Sasha
versus
Bayley. So she always has a soft spot in my heart, and I just feel like this year she could have been utilised better. And I wouldn't even say it's a drastic fall off.
I don't think that she has fallen off in terms of her in-ring ability or character work. I just think she's been repositioned, which kind of gives the illusion of a fall off. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that is part of it. That is part of it, yeah. It is part of it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think she has, I know she's had kind of a lot of back trouble over the years and stuff, hasn't she? I think she's had some back injuries over like the last 4, 5, 6 years. I
have to say I hate her finisher.
Yeah, there's
a rosebud thing or whatever.
Yeah, I hate her finisher. I hate Sol Ruka's finisher. I hate Sasha Banks' or Mercedes Moné's finisher. There's very few finishers I like in women's wrestling at the moment.
But they particularly the one with Bayley, like at least Sol Ruka's one is visually stunning. But the one with Bayley where she like grabs your arm and kind of gives you, when you're on your knees, and gives you like a DDT, a front facing DDT. I was just like, go back to the belly to back suplex.
Yeah, simple and effective.
Yeah, boom.
Simple and effective.
Anyone for you?
First person I would have to say is Adam Copeland.
He fell off.
I think so, yeah.
Why?
I just think like the awful Mox feud, although it kind of ended well. The blow-off match was quite good.
But the FTR thing...
The FTR thing isn't working for me.
He just seems out of place.
He seems so out of place. He just seems like a guy who's from a different time, a different company. Like the incessant milking of his team tune intro, whatever. I'm like, you're in the wrong time and place. I don't know if he's physically fallen off since the leg break a couple of years ago.
Did you hear Kevin Nash talking about CM Punk there, saying he's done?
Oh, I'm getting to him. Don't you worry. I'm saving some juice in the tank for old Punker himself. I'm building up to my biggest fall off of the year.
Yeah.
And it might be CM Punk.
It might be CM.
No, I just think Copeland, a guy who feels out of time and out of place. And like, he could have gotten so much mileage out of like, the old gunslinger one last time, because he's like, he looks great and he looks gruff and he, you know what I mean? He could have all them things, but he's just coming out like smiling at everyone, singing his team.
Give us a heel edge, he'd be grand.
Or not even heel, doesn't even have to be heel, just serious.
Or what Jeff Jarrett was. Trying to accomplish. But we say this every time, like the last outlaw, like we've been begging for that character to be done right, and for Jeff Jarrett to try it, and it looked promising at the start.
He got close to getting it right.
He just didn't get it right, though.
He just didn't get it right.
We need an Arthur Morgan in wrestling. Like, and it isn't Adam Page.
It can't be Adam Page, he's too young.
Yeah, it's not Adam Page.
Adam Page can do it in 15, 20 years.
Yeah, we need an Arthur Morgan.
But it needs to be an old guy with loads of grey beard hair.
On his last hurrah.
And Adam Page can't, he's too young. Did Eddie follow me?
Eddie fell in there, yeah.
It's okay, Eddie.
It's all blue tacked up.
I got you, Eddie. Oh, they're all coming now.
Yeah, you need to fix it. What about that WrestleMania 7 poster?
I just moved the Eddie one.
You just moved Eddie for now. There you go.
My friend Eddie.
His friend Eddie.
My
friend Eddie.
Our friend Eddie.
Our friend Eddie.
So I just think Adam Copeland, he just feels out of time, out of place, and like his work when the work with Mox was just slow, plodding, and boring. But like some of the tag stuff later in the year wasn't terrible. Well, like the FTR match was fine. The match he had with was it like Kip Sabian and Luchasaurus was fine. With Christian, the tag matches, yeah. Like they were fine. He looked okay physically and all. Like it was like this guy hasn't since the leg break.
But he hasn't necessarily evolved in the way Christian has.
Yes,
Christian created new things.
But see, the other thing about Christian is Christian had spent time in TNA, like
where he had to
do that, and the Edge never did. And then when he came over first, it was like. Do you know the people that we said that? Do you know the WWE cast-offs that come to AEW? Some are successful, some aren't.
Yeah.
The ones who are successful realise that it's a different fan base, a different style, different characters get over. I need to evolve and change and do something fresh. Ricochet. The ones who don't get over just kind of carry their old presentation and gimmick with them.
Yeah, but I think that's... Like, you can evolve and change if you become a heel. It's easier to do.
Definitely.
So, like, if had Edge kind of started off with a nostalgia run and then we never know what could have happened because he was hampered. He could have been hampered by the injury.
Well, he broke his leg. It was a bad injury, you know.
You don't be diving off cages, Edge. Feet
first. Yeah.
Like that's your biggest problem, bro.
That's what Aleister Black was there for, and that's what the table underneath him was there for, to break your fall. So yeah, look, maybe it's part injury. I just do think though there hasn't been the necessary effort on his part to show some evolution and try and be fresh.
Evolution. What about? This is going to sound weird because I know he's been injured, but Jacob Fatu. Like
I'm not ready to say he's fallen off. I think he was cooling when he got injured.
Yeah, like. His initial presentation, like Solo Sikoa has.
Oh, no, that's a dramatic fall off.
Yeah.
But is it, though?
No, not when you had Jacob. But what I'm saying is Jacob kind of... His cool factor was kind of been slowly edged away.
It was...
Like, take the T-shirt off him, I think.
Yeah.
Make him look like a monster and a beast. I don't give a fuck if he's jacked. He's in much better shape than he was when he was in MLW.
And he used to wrestle with his T-shirt off. And guess what? He looked fucking badass.
He looked awesome. And it's different. But now with the T-shirt...
I don't mind a bit of man titty on my wrestlers. Like.
you love a bit of man titty.
Look, a bit of man titty on your wrestlers. Samoa Joe.
Umaga. Look at the man corner up here. Look.
Vader.
Vader. Bam Bam behind him.
Bam Bam had man
Yoko
titties.
Behind him.
Yoko had big old man titties.
Big old man. Bubba Ray Dudley with
big boss man had big old man titties. You know what I mean? Let the titties free, boys. Free the titties.
Free the nip.
You know, you need your big old, burly old fucking scrappers in wrestling.
But, like, I just don't feel like...
I do think that's an interesting one, the Jacob Fatu one, because maybe he got injured at a good time for him.
Yeah, because he can repack...
not repackaged, but be missed.
Yeah.
Be missed. Here, talk about a fall off. Fucking Lucha Bros, bro.
I don't think... No... I don't agree with that.
Ray Phoenix.
Maybe Ray Phoenix, but I think
but
Penta was in a good position. Like he
started so great,
and now he's after coming back.
But what did it do with him? Let's put Penta in
Rey Mysterio.
76 intercontinental title matches of various degrees of number of people in the match every week for I don't know what felt like 6 months.
I think with Penta.
Why didn't Penta ever challenge someone for the world title?
I felt like this in AEW. The presentation of Penta that we got in Lucha Underground was so perfect. Also, that's what you always want.
Yeah, but he was younger.
Younger Penta.
He was younger at the time. Yeah. Just like he went to WWE at the perfect time for himself physically because he can do all his dancing and his Sierra Miedo stuff and all that, and he'll get over. And people will chant along with it, and he won't have to have the physical demands that like those tag matches with the Bucks had, for example, 2-3 years earlier. He can do he can break up his matches by doing a lot of the what's up?
Still recording.
Yeah, still recording. Doing a lot of the Penta-isms, we'll say, and the crowd were eating it up, and he was able to like channel in his more high octane spots, like. Fewer, but still very impactful. And then they just started doing nothing with his booking. and we haven't seen him on a PLE. When's that?
Was he not on Survivor Series? Was that the Rusev and Dom and...
Was that Survivor Series?
He was on...
he was on that one then. But
maybe not Survivor Series. It was that John Cena and Dom.
Oh, it was John Cena and Dom.
Yeah,
so
well, maybe the pay-per-view before
something before that. They did do a triple threat. But that was just another triple threat.
That was a good triple threat.
It was fine, yeah. But it was just another multi-man match for the Intercontinental title. I mean, it gives the man a bit of progression here. Because he started off the year hot.
Well, I think this is a WWE kind of problem in that they're failing, and we've mentioned it constantly, is they're failing to evolve people up the card.
At all. Logjam at the top.
Yeah, it's like, as Jericho put it in WCW, an Indian caste system. You know, this is where you're meant to be now.
But also, and the other side of that is, there's times during the year, right, where... Because what I think really started the hot period was, it felt like for a lot of fans that when they got mega hot, they were a little bit hot before this, but what took it to the stratosphere was, it felt like to a lot of the fans that the top spots now had been opened up to people.
Yeah, well, it's new. Like you had
Cody and Sammy,
you had Cody coming in. Obviously, Seth and Roman were always there. Kevin Owens was kind of dipping in and out, but he was somewhat always there. But then Punk came in. You know what I mean? I think.
But now we're in a situation where that logjam is there.
Well, Braun has been given a go.
Yeah. But here's
that. Is that Raw? That's not even at Rumble. That's on the
January 5th Raw.
But we need kind of that thing.
Oh yeah.
And for a month for a heel challenger, throw in a Penta.
Yeah.
And if he loses to Gunther, who was the world champion or whatever.
Who cares?
Who cares? He's your world champion.
Yeah. He should be beating people
But people like Gunther, even though he's a heel, doesn't have to necessarily fucking cheat to win. He can just be a heel throughout the match
and win.
And if you can generate heat, then you're a fucking heel.
Yeah.
Not always the bad guys need to cheat or there needs to be a clever finish, because everything's been done in wrestling.
Yeah.
But if you elevate Penta for a fucking month, and then you're going, okay, we're testing out with Gunther, because you're not doing house shows now.
Yeah.
So you don't know what Gunther and Penta are going to be like until you actually fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't give him a run on the road for 20 dates and go, these guys can actually throw a good match together. But just do it on TV if that's what you're doing now. But dedicate a month to it. And it doesn't... I think this year we're really hampered by the John Cena world title win.
We're hampered by that. But also I think... they made so you had the John Cena thing took over SmackDown with Cody and all that, right? But on Raw, they were so clearly trying to position Seth as the top heel champion.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to see Seth as the top heel champion in 2025.
Imagine if Chad Gable wasn't fucking around with El Grande Americano and stuff. Imagine a face Chad Gable going up against Seth Rollins. That would have been an excellent match.
But we know where they're going to position Chad Gable. It's never going to change.
I don't know. He's knocked it out of the park for everything. I think eventually...
He's been knocking it out of the park for the last 5 years.
He'll eventually get the Kofi run.
I don't think he will.
No?
No. And anyway, what did the Kofi run mean in the end?
Nothing.
Yeah. So maybe he'll get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think...
But I think...
Do you know what they see him as? They see him as their mid-card workhorse. Go out there,
eventually,
Dragunov
all mid-card workhorses
not all
get their shot.
Not all.
A lot of them.
Not all. Some.
Brett did, Sean did, Redacted did.
They were younger though.
Chad Gable is young enough, isn't he?
No, he's 40.
He's young enough. That's young in wrestling days.
It's young in WWE.
Jamie, bring it up. What age is Chad Gable?
Jamie, yeah, Chad Gable there.
I actually had my laptop. We could have started using it here because there's actually internet down here.
He will be 40 in March.
So he's 39. Gunter's 37.
Gunter's 38,
imagine,
I think, isn't he?
Imagine a face Gable going up against a heel Gunter, and Gable is finally able to defeat him.
That'd be unbelievable. The history they had. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying with the Intercontinental title.
And it should have been Gable who beat him that time, not Sammy. That was the story. He tried and failed 3 times.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it eventually been Sammy. But you could have argued Sammy could have, or
Sammy
should have
done it for the world title. Yeah.
You know,
but see, this is what I mean. They still fall back to their. That's his.
But I liked it, with the Sammy Roman thing. Even though Sammy didn't win it, I liked it.
It elevated Sammy.
Yeah, and Sammy helped elevate the bloodline.
Sammy was the most important thing in that bloodline.
Yeah, but
hitting the heights it did.
But that match, like, shouldn't, I know that's a very particular instance, but shouldn't, like, all world title fights have the sense of jeopardy in them?
Feels somewhat like that. Look, they all can't. They just can't, right? It's impossible.
That's the Frankie Vendetta chair. Teething problems.
Yeah, well, that thing has seen better days.
It has. A big ass man went through.
The big ass man went through. A big ass man with big old man titties went through.
Big boy with big old man.
Big old man it is. Yeah, like I know we're gone totally off track, but look, every world title match can't feel like that. Unfortunately,
I don't think we are going off track.
But I would like some of them to feel like that.
I don't think we are going off track because this could be with every title in the
Sammy
industry.
fallen off?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we're going off track because it is still it's important to talk about threats in wrestling because that's what it's meant to be, simulated violence. So when someone isn't presented as a threat or not as threatening as they could be, then that diminishes their aura or whatever the fucking kids like to say now, which therefore contributes to them not being as compelling, which therefore leads to people feeling like they've dropped off. Like if you throw Jacob Fatu, because people have this hang up on wrestlers losing, it's fine. You throw Jacob Fatu into a fucking, could have thrown him in with Cena. Have Cena cheat to get out of that one when he was in his heel phase. Imagine Jacob Fatu as Cena.
Oh my God. One of Cena's best ever matches.
And then down the line, you have like Gunter, I made John Cena tap like a bitch. Well, I had John Cena beat.
Yeah.
Until
he had
XYZ. He had to cheat to beat me. Let's see who the better man is.
Yeah. Gunter, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I mean,
hook that to my vein.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have a fucking main event.
Here's the thing, talk about losing, right? Kyle Fletcher lost the cage match to Will Ospreay.
I knew you were going to bring up AEW.
Kyle Fletcher lost the cage match to Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
He lost on pay-per-view world title match to Hangman Page. He lost on pay-per-view to Mark Briscoe. He lost on pay-per-view to John Moxley. There's probably one he lost the 4-man to Dustin at All In.
But this is the art of losing, which we've already covered previously at the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show.
And look at he's actually a much bigger star now than he was at the start of the year. Well, if WWE, like, if they did Penta or Gable versus Gunter, month program, and a cracker match on a PLE and a cracker match, it's not going to hurt Gable. Or
you see, the problem is if they eventually did go that route, that match wouldn't get a pay-per-view.
No, it'd be on TV.
It'd be on TV or it'd be on Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Where, like, it doesn't feel like there's...
I think the biggest problem they're having, other than the logjam, and I actually want to come back to the logjam because there's another element to the logjam that I think is important, but the fact that they're doing, in some cases, 4-match pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Everyone feels like their shit is moving at a glacial pace.
I'm all for, like, brand extension exclusive pay-per-views.
Fuck that.
I am all for that. Like, so you're giving the undercard of SmackDown a fucking pay-per-view match. You're giving the undercard of Raw a pay-per-view match. I read about their ESPN deal and how ESPN would have to pay more for that. Well, I think that would be tremendously valuable.
Just do 8 matches on your pay-per-view.
But treat them as separate identities, which is what the purpose of them is.
It's not though.
It should be though.
I know that's
you know
it's not, but it's not though. It's not
like Raw and SmackDown. By having them brand exclusive, we get to see more characters and we get to see more people develop and more things tried with different people. Instead of going, oh fuck, we need to pop a rating, let's bring this guy over from Raw and show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's easy.
But that's what they do all the time.
Stupid story. Yeah, but it's easy to pop a rating because you're like, oh, CM Punk is going to show up on SmackDown or whatever the fuck. But it doesn't contribute to good storytelling and it doesn't contribute to an investment in talent. Now, I'm not saying like the brand split stuff. Like some of those brand pay-per-views were fucking atrocious. But that's also bad storytelling.
I know, yeah. For people who didn't live through that, this is why, like we used to say it about AEW as well, should do a brand split. And I was like, I've been like vehemently against brand splits in all companies because we lived through the original brand split and the absolute utter dog shit pay-per-views.
Yeah, but like you look at what we got from that brand split. We got fucking JBL as a world champion. We got Eddie Guerrero as a world champion. getting elevated to the next fucking level. You were able to simultaneously bring Batista and John Cena up at the same time as world champions. Rey Mysterio got a reign. Redacted got a reign. You know, like Brock Lesnar got a reign. Like that's all. Brock Lesnar wouldn't have gotten that reign, really, if fucking the brand split wasn't happening. When did that happen? In 2002? So he was the undisputed champion. So Triple H had gotten his world title at that stage.
Yeah, he sure. But part of the problem was the reason why we look back so fondly on the likes of the Eddie run, the JBL run, a lot of that SmackDown based stuff was because Triple H was stinking it up on Monday nights in his reign of terror.
If there wasn't a brand split, Triple H would be stinking it up on Monday and on
Thursday. But so whose fault is that?
We had a viable alternative, which I suppose some people could argue was what AEW is. But what I'm also arguing is what WWE could still be.
Could be to itself, yeah, but they're not going to. Like, the whole thing is just so corporatized and bastardized that, like, I can't trust them to do it.
Why was someone who got a glow up and then dropped off?
Well, I think Penta is someone who got a glow up and dropped off.
R-Truth.
Oh, Jesus, poor R-Truth. Like, he nearly had it all.
Like, I was interested in R-Truth for the first time since Little Jimmy and he was smoking a cigarette at Capital Punishment.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they just fucking retconned it.
3-minute match. See you later, thanks. Nick Khan had to step in because Triple H is just incompetent. But like, oh God, I tell you, Karrion Kross, haven't heard from him since.
Well, he's someone that might, I think, appear in 2026
in WWE. Yeah. I'd be shocked if they didn't re-sign him.
Yeah. Like, why? Like, I don't think he's generating much interest though out there now.
Not in the slightest. Nobody gives a shit. It was, I think, there was a few dirt sheets who he was probably a source for that did a fucking major PR run from around the time his contract was up, and then the proof was in the pudding, as they say. Sean. As they say, we hear nothing about him on the indies. What's he doing? We don't know. He showed up in a few indies. There was no talk about it, no excitement.
What about company wise? What do you think of TNA?
Like, who's fallen off from TNA?
Like, do you think TNA themselves as a company? Because like they seem to have a lot of interest in them.
Yeah.
I think coming into 2025.
They did until they still had interest by the end of the year, like, and they have the TV deal starting in what 2.5 weeks or something.
Well, I'm not keeping up with it, I suppose, as well. But like that could also be a further kind of in like, and this is all opinion based. So like I would go, oh, they're not doing anything interesting. So to me,
well, yeah, not to me. Look, the cast of characters they have is going to need to be seriously fleshed out for TV. They need to focus on some kind of fresh talent, and if they get them over, then cool. You know what I mean? I just think like the Mike Santana thing hasn't really panned out the way
it's their own fault.
It should have. That's totally their own.
That's what I mean by falling off. Though.
Yeah.
The TNA or the NXT deal doesn't seem to like. Does it go in their favor at all?
Like, the NXT C team are invading TNA.
Yeah,
it's a perception thing. Like, it just looks like Mike Santana, your supposed top guy, is fighting against the NXT C team,
and then your TNA talent is been signed immediately to WWE. Like
Joe Hendry's gone,
Jordan Grace.
Yeah, Mike Santana will probably be gone some stage next year.
The Hardys like won the NXT titles, but they're up against, was it Dark State?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are Dark State?
Like, I had no idea who Dark State were there for a large majority of the show.
But Hardys and Dudleys though, that was fun.
It was, in Matt Hardy's opinion, a 5-star match. It was a classic.
Yeah.
Storytelling classic.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst matches I saw all year.
In terms of other, I had another name of someone who dropped off, but do you have anything? You gonna say Pepsi Phil?
Fraudulent Phil.
Pepsi fucking Phil.
Pepsi Phil. Fraudulent Phil.
I kind of get what you're saying.
Corporate machine punk.
He has lost, but maybe this is long-term storytelling. Give me a second.
Okay, go on.
When he started,
the floor is yours.
When he started in WWE, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. And that story over the past year has been pretty much on the money and connected with that, right?
He made friends with Jey Uso and he was yeeting in a War Games match.
Yeah, but
dancing.
like, you know, he's there to make, that's where the money is, in the Eat merch.
Yeah.
He took the Saudi Arabia money.
He took Saudi Arabia. He took the. I'm so sorry.
He
took the Saudi money. His promos feel like lack of energy, lack of conviction. Not CM Punk.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about the Braun Breaker stuff being excellent.
Yeah, and then his last two promos were rubbish.
Literally, our last podcast is.
Did you see his promo last night?
No.
What day is today? Tuesday. Yeah, last night. I watched it this morning. Like, where's CM Punk gone? Kevin Nash.
We're waiting on that heel turn.
Kevin Nash says he can't even move.
Kevin Nash is in no right to tell people to stop wrestling.
Oh yeah, Kevin Nash kept going. Like, some of that late stage Kevin Nash stuff was hard to watch. Punk hasn't got that bad yet.
I don't think Punk as a wrestler was even that great to begin with.
Yes, but he had something like his messiness was charming because it felt like a struggle. Now it feels like.
But I just said that about
old and tired. I'm old and tired.
His messiness was charming. I said that in.
But like I disagreed with you. I just thought what my take on that was he was gassed like real early.
But maybe he's just really good, like
at pretending to be gassed.
Yeah,
real early.
I could do that.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Pretending.
I'd just be gassed. Like I know he's gassed because I get gassed quite quickly, and I can see the sign. I'm a gasser. I'm a gassy man. Maybe I'm a gas character.
He's just Phil Brooks is probably just.
I just think like physically,
songbird of our generation.
Physically, he's fallen off. His promos aren't what they used to be. There's just the light and the mischievousness behind the eyes is gone.
What about Ibushi?
Well, like
he fell off the top rope. So
he fell off years ago. But like, yeah, poor Ibushi. Like, you know,
it's hard. You were doing All Elite Morro last night, the Murrays, and you were talking about Kyle Fletcher, how he could be such a big star in 5 years, considering what he is. And then obviously the discourse that William Regal started in regards to the head bump off the Dragon Suplex from John Moxley at World's End. And, you know, people went into a lot of, what's that called?
Discourse.
Yeah, but negative tribalism. People went into a lot, like Braun Breaker did this, and look at him landing on his head. And I was like, apples and oranges really here?
Because the Braun Breaker thing was accidental.
It was a complete accident.
Yeah, that was like part of a botch. And look, people botch.
Yeah.
I don't think the Kyle Fletcher thing was accidental.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
so that's why there's a difference there.
Yeah. It was a neck bump.
But when we look at people who played their trade in New Japan for so long.
Go back to All Japan, man.
Go back to All Japan as well, like Bar Stan Hansen, who looks fantastic, but he's not been dropped on his head.
Yeah.
You know, like Ibushi, Naito, Tanahashi. Look at the differences in those people and the style that they wrestle. And someone like, said John Cena, I know he went off and did movies or whatever, but like Kyle Fletcher persists with that. He's going to be fairly fucking damaged in 5 to 10 years.
Maybe not 5 to 10 years though, because the three you named, Naito is the youngest of those three. Tanahashi's well into his 40s. He's wrestling well over 20 years now. He's wrestling, 26 years?
What do you think he was wrestling to a high level to?
2020. Yeah. His 2019 Tokyo Dome main event with Omega was unbelievable. His 2018 G1 final with Tanahashi or with Ibushi is one of the best matches I've ever seen.
They seem to drop when they do drop off though. They
drop quick. Naito's knees, like again, he just dropped off quick.
Like that match at Forbidden Door
this year with Tanahashi.
Was it this year?
Or no, 2 years ago.
Yeah. That was fucking.
It was hard to watch.
But even Tanahashi at Forbidden Door with MJF.
Oh yeah, that's 3 years ago. That was hard to watch. But like that when they fall off, it goes quick.
So like Will Ospreay has somewhat. He hasn't really though changed his style, has he? He's not doing like 630.
So anymore. Will Ospreay, like partially, no, he did when he moved up into the heavyweight division in New Japan. He changed his style, but the style was less high flying but a lot more hard hitting.
Like
he was in there having Shingo Takagi matches where they were hitting.
You look at how Finn Balor changed his style and what age he's able to go to. Nakamura obviously came from that same thing,
but he just does nothing now. He does nothing.
I'm not saying to follow that trajectory. However, they're having long careers.
See, I suppose it's a thing there.
You have to make a name for yourself too. So it's
but also what's your goal? What's your individual goal?
Yeah.
Do you want to be
The Miz,
or do you want to be Kenta Kobashi? And if your goal is going, I want to be Kenta Kobashi.
What do you think of what Regal said, though?
I have no issue with what Regal said.
Yeah.
These guys
are genuinely concerned about actual people living their lives.
Yeah.
Because
he knows himself. He broke his own neck on a fucking bridge in German suplex. He broke his own neck on the German suplex. But also Misawa died after, they really, around 94. Between in All Japan, between 1989 and 93-ish, they were just hitting each other really hard. But from 94 on, they just started dropping each other on their heads, But they were doing it multiple times a year. And by, 2009? Misawa dies on what was supposedly a pretty standard bump. He just took it slightly off, and his neck totally severed. His spinal cord and neck severed and shit. So but that he had 15 years, 16, 17 years of heavy punishment on the neck at that stage. And because you look at some of it, when he did his last title run in 07 or 08 or whatever it was, he was having these and he was fat and beaten up, and he was still doing this insane bumps to the outside of the ring and all. I'm dude, And look, if Kyle Fletcher decides Kenny Omega did it a couple of years ago, took that Tiger Driver right on the dome.
Yeah, but I'm just Kenny is also someone, I know diverticulitis has played into it, but Kenny is someone who is obviously not as dynamic as he was a few years ago.
Yeah.
And that seemed to have kind of quickly gone down. But
I think for Kenny, it's
if you look at the standard of Kyle Fletcher matches over the fucking cage match with Will Ospreay and that crazy Spanish fly off the top of the cage, and then that bump there, and he's consistently taking fucking big bumps.
He did, yeah.
And he's obviously he fucked Adam Cole with that powerbomb on the apron and stuff. That kind of style that's meant to look visually impressive. Well, it's visually impressive because it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
It's the same as the Vader thing when he's punching you in the fucking face. It fucking hurts.
It fucking hurts. It's punching in the face, yeah.
The art of it is not making it hurt.
But the art of it is subjective. That's what Brett says the art is. Sometimes I just want to see two people just
go watch UFC then.
I do that as well.
Stay watching that. Let us have our
but see, the thing is that wrestling can be everything and anything.
I know. That is the thing. Who else dropped off this
But
year?
here's the other thing about the Kyle Fletcher one, just before we move on from it. Would the match have been any worse had they not done that spot?
No.
I don't think so. In fact, in some ways, I kind of was distracted for a couple of minutes afterwards going, is this guy still alive or what's up?
Is that the paradigm shift or is it the other one?
His legs went up, it's paradigm shift.
So, his two moves where he...
One, the legs don't go up.
What's the other one called?
Death Rider?
The Death Rider and the paradigm shift, is it?
Yeah.
So legs up.
I can't remember which is which, to be honest with you.
Finn Balor calls that the 1916, right?
Yeah.
Who else fell off?
My big one was Pepsi Phil, Fraudulent Phil.
Who got let go? There wasn't many. Carlito got let go.
Yeah.
R-Truth.
If
I was Carlito, I'd be pissed, man. I'd be like, why are you going fucking...
Well, what they seem to have done this year...
Shayna
Baszler as well. I think she's back as a coach in NXT now.
Right.
What they seem to have done this year, more than cutting people's contracts early, they just let them run out.
And they let them know.
Yeah.
We're not renewing it.
We're not renewing. Which I think is a much better...
business practice.
Well, yeah, if you sign someone to a 3 or 5 year contract, and they're not allowed to leave it early, you shouldn't be allowed to cut them early.
Yeah.
Unless, there's some negligence involved or whatever.
100%.
But
like Andrade, but you also shouldn't be allowed to hold him to a non-compete clause.
For a year.
Apparently he's out with that.
He's out with that now, yeah.
Which is ridiculous. We're not going to pay you, but you're not allowed to work for a year.
Yeah. That's insane.
Excuse me?
That's insane.
You got to pay him, motherfucker. He was someone that... I'm getting too distracted by that. He's doing that fucking double arm.
Yeah, Andrade... We can't even say Andrade fell off because he kind of fell off.
He never fell in.
He never fell in. Yeah.
Bar NXT. I think that was his best run.
Yeah.
And even at that, like, it took a while to get going.
It did take a while to get going.
Very much. Like,
also,
they took the mask off him. It was no longer La Sombra or whatever.
Yeah.
Took him ages.
And
I think... paired him with Selena, and then that happened.
I think as well, it took him a long time to get going on his first run in AEW as well. Like it was.
I don't think he ever really got going.
He got going in the Continental Classic.
Yeah.
Just as he left.
But like he was there for a good while before that. Like,
yeah.
You know, the standout moment was probably his match with Cody.
Yeah, probably.
Like they were.
I think his best match ended up being the Danielson match in the Continental Classic. Like Danielson put him over 2-3 weeks before he left the company.
But like that, like what happened to Roosh? I know he's in Last Faction.
Roosh, who knows? But who knows?
But like seeing like the standout year Bandito had.
Yeah.
Like Dragalistico, he's in with Roosh, isn't he? And with Jake Roberts.
And well, Jack has been around in a while.
Exactly, but there's
Sammy Guevara's with them as well.
Yeah.
Beast Martis is with them. They seem to be doing some stuff in Ring of Honor.
I think Ring of Honor tag champions are they?
Yeah, or did they lose it last week? No, they still are. But like Roosh seems to be kind of unreliable, and that was kind of the like reputation he had in Mexico before coming to America. Anyway, he'd fallen out with both CMLL and AAA at various points. So he has this reputation of him and his whole family, including Dragon Lee, WWE, they're brothers, and Dralistico. I think the three of them are actually brothers, and they were all kind of considered Dragon Lee to a lesser extent, but Roosh in particular, like hard to work with.
Even look at what happened. Like it wasn't there a big like AEW Dragon Lee WWE thing.
Oh, FTR and all, yeah.
So like, you know, the unreliability of
that. Well, I suppose actually Dragon Lee turned out there to be the most unreliable.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he like. Tony Khan spoke about that once. Says like FTR were ringing him from Mexico, being like, "There's a double cross on. There's some sort of double cross is happening here. Do we go through with dropping the titles to them? Was it the AAA? And that's what ended the AAA AEW alliance. And they were like, "Fuck that, we're off to CMLL." And Danielson had contacts in CMLL and was able to get that alliance, and also the New Japan alliance.
Do you think New Japan fell off?
Well,
because this was talking to you last
New Japan
week
have been falling off.
You had Zack Sabre Jr. in like your top 10, and you said, "Oh, also based on drawing power, this is the parameters." Even though we have no parameters.
What's a parameter?
What is a parameter?
A parameter?
No, I think a parameter was the old stable of MJF. That's what they're called, the parameters.
What's that?
Yeah, they used to do that.
That was the Pinnacle.
That's the joke, Morro.
Oh, sorry.
That's the joke.
I get the joke now.
Right, so I was trying to. What was the Paragon? Was that just something to do with Jericho?
No, the Paragon was the new name that Adam Cole and the boys came up with instead of Undisputed Era.
I was trying to riff on that, but I couldn't remember who was in it. So I remembered another P faction, and they were
the Pinnacle. Then the Paragon was Undisputed Era 2.3.
Undisputed Kingdom.
Undisputed Kingdom, Undisputed Era, Paragon. What a crap name.
Shit, man. But New Japan, you had stated that Zack Sabre Jr. Is in your top 10 wrestlers of the year, which is a fine list. One WWE person in there, Io Sky. And
none of the rest deserve to be in there.
But then this fine list, I said.
Yeah, you just spent the last half hour complaining about how shit WWE is.
But I asked you,
and what, I'm the anti-WWE guy.
But I asked you what.
How did he get in? How does that get in?
No, well, I said John Cena.
Yeah.
And you said, "Oh, it's not just drawing ability; it's wrestling."
That one is part draw, part ability.
And I asked Zack Sabre because I'm not wholly familiar with New Japan because nothing is jumping out interesting me. But Zack Sabre Jr. Was the New Japan World Champion, and I've been hearing a lot about how New Japan are struggling. And like obviously Tanahashi is the CEO or whatever the fucking place. President. He's probably booking her. Is it still Gato?
No, it's still Gato.
So what's happening with New Japan? I remember they were so hot, and obviously the independent scene is not as hot as what it used to be. New stars have to be generated. I just see AEW seeming to have loads of New Japan stars that have signed with them, and then sometimes they're loaning them back to New Japan.
Yeah. There's a few things that have gone wrong for New Japan. So like AEW and WWE, right? You know, we get the pandemic happens. How do those two companies survive? TV money. Mm-hmm. New Japan doesn't. That's not how their business operates. Their business is live event business. There's no live events taking place in COVID, and for afterwards, there is restricted numbers for like 18 months afterwards, 2 years nearly afterwards. So their ability to generate money during 2020, 2021, 2022 was severely hampered by the pandemic. They weren't getting paid TV money like WWE, AEW. So, you know, that really drained their reserves. And at the same time, the value of the yen has dropped through the fucking floor.
Of course.
And the Japanese economy is basically in a major recession. Mm-hmm. So New Japan just cannot compete in terms of contracts. You look at now, Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors, and David Finley's contracts are all up this month.
Brothers or whatever.
How are they not under contract? They only came back from excursion in fucking September.
Yeah, why
they put the tag titles on them?
Yeah, why are they so hotly wanted? Are they great?
They're really good. Yeah. They're really good, and they're a fun, interesting tag team.
Where will they go?
Probably NXT, I would think. Yeah. I don't think AEW are going to take them.
Okay, so but like they seem to have this big turnover.
So they can't afford what they have. They're like so much. Like even they're looking at the G1 in the summer. Like they could barely afford to run the fucking G1. They couldn't bring in outside talent from other companies. Like they always have one or two from other companies. They can't afford to bring AEW guys over and pay them for a month of the G1. They couldn't like even previous years, you know, if we go back 10, 15 years when the whole wrestling landscape there was kind of in a major rebuilding phase after the rise of MMA in the 2000s.
Yeah.
You go back to like 2008, 9, 10. The All Japan Champions Carnival would have a couple of New Japan guys in it. The G1 in New Japan would have a couple of All Japan, couple of No guys. They're all lending each other talent.
Sharing talent for the betterment of the business.
For the betterment of the overall business. Like there was one year Kojima won the G1.
Kojima!
And he was contracted to All Japan, I think, at the time. And they can't even afford to get in Noah guys this year. Like, you know, the company is in, like, now, the Tokyo Dome and selling out 50,000 tickets will be a major help for them, but they just aren't in a position to compete with anyone else on...
and they don't seem to have any stars.
And the part of the problem is they just haven't made stars the last few years.
Yeah, well, they have made stars. They just all fucked off to America.
Well, like those... Oh, no, not the last few... When's the last star they made?
Ospreay.
Yeah, that's like 6-7 years ago, like.
Yeah. No, proper bona fide star.
2021, I mean, 5 years ago.
Still, though, he could have been running your main event scene for a fucking long
but there's no way
time.
they can afford him. You look at the value of Will Ospreay. Yeah. He would be taking, literally, he'd be getting paid 10% of what his value is if he was to stay in New Japan. Who's going to do that?
Is that why they put the title on Goto?
Yeah. Because the whole thing with Goto's character, and this has been his character for, honestly, 15 years. He is the nearly man.
Yeah.
And he always gets... Like Tommy Dreamer. And I think the plan always was that poor old Goto will retire having never won the big one. And it got to this year and it was like, fuck, we have Zack and we have Goto and we have nobody who can draw a house.
What about that Tajui or... Suji?
Yeah, they're going to belt him up. He's going to beat Takeshita at Tokyo Dome. But they had their... Like, the problem with Suji was he had gotten cold at the start of this year because they just had him kind of losing and spinning his wheels. And really, they've made a concerted effort in the last 4 months to just have him beat everyone. Like, fuck it, just have him beat everyone.
You were really upset about the G1 and his booking in it, weren't you?
Yeah, he was the obvious. I cried. He was the obvious. It was never more obvious.
Don't worry, baby Morro.
It's okay, baby Morro. It was never more obvious.
Have some teeth from the ditty.
From the big wrestler man ditty.
From the big man ditty. Have teeth.
It was
suckle.
A suckle on my teeth. It was never more obvious that
Nevermore, obviously. I said the same.
A young gun such as Tsuji. It didn't even have to be Tsuji. I said it could have been Yui Uemura. Just not Shota Umino. Nobody wants to see that. But like
they tried to push him for a while.
Yeah, but that was never
They're trying to make it the next big thing.
He's like the 5th best of their young guys.
Getting away from companies. What about a company man? Someone who's a CEO of a company or whatever the fuck he is on the board of directors. The Rock's image took a bit of a bashing this year.
Big bashing this year, didn't it?
And it doesn't seem like just from wrestling fans. It seems like I've said it before. Like there's this weird fakeness about him.
There is a weird fakeness about him. There is,
and like I hate to say it, but like it's. No, I'm not even gonna say it. But like there is this strange ultra celebrity fucking company man robot kind of thing about him.
Triple H as well. Has he fallen off in terms of his?
Yeah, but that's to do with the booking, I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The Trump stuff.
The Trump stuff,
but he's obviously like at least with the Trump stuff, he's picked a side, whereas The Rock would skirt around.
The Rock
that.
would never pick a side.
He would like
never pick a side.
But like that's the same shit.
Yeah,
that OJ did.
Yeah,
and Michael
OJ.
Jordan. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm not comparing him to OJ, but like he got a lot of flack for. I think people started seeing through that stuff.
Yeah,
and then it was the same almost with Michael Jordan. Although he's quite revered, that he wouldn't pick a side in certain things.
Oh, that was a big part of the documentary, actually.
Yeah, you're kind of like, well, you're not relatable now.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I feel like The Rock hasn't been relatable ever since he started telling people to wake up at 5 a.m. to do 3 hours of weights every morning. I'm like, have you worked a real job?
Do you know what it's like, brother?
Do you know what it's like?
I had $7 in my pocket. And
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's definitely fallen off in perception of wrestling fans. Obviously, when the movie stuff started to kind of dry up, he had the Smash Machine, critical acclaim, box office.
I watched it. It was pretty good.
I hated it. I turned it off after.
Did you?
An hour.
It was most certainly massively overrated.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
I think it was because The Rock was in a dramatic.
Yeah, and he was decent. Like he was, But like all this Oscar talk, I'm like, get out of town, lads. Like,
is he even up for anything?
There's been
Hollywood buzz.
no nominations yet or anything, but I'm assuming he probably get nominated for it.
Okay.
Like, still put a big campaign behind him, Mr. Rock.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
he can afford a campaign.
Like he has dropped off it, I think, in some. It's interestingly as well. Someone else who may because we've even done a podcast on it. Bret Hart.
No,
you looked at the Bret Hart figure.
I did. Yeah. Right up there. No, Bret hasn't fallen off because it's the same.
In some people's opinion, they think like, he's a bit of a money fuck.
But people have always thought that about Bret.
But like, it's not endearing anymore.
Do you think the fact that
I still think he's trolling, but like,
I just think it's his humor, it's everything.
Yeah.
I think he's a money prick, but like it doesn't. Not prick. Prick is a strong word. A money little bollocks, like.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's still endearing to me. And also, like, there's this thing as well where, like, if Bret says this thing about wrestling, it has to be right. No, it doesn't. Like, Bret has a very particular style of wrestling that he loves, and you don't have to like the same wrestling as Bret because he's Bret.
according to Bret, though, you would.
Yeah, but that's like, I can disagree.
don't have to agree with that.
We don't have to agree with that. Like, so, okay, Bret, thanks for your input.
Anyone else dropped off?
The New Day.
They rock.
The New Day do rock, but Grayson Waller was in the New Day this year.
I think it's interesting though the way like you could have said that the year before as well until the heel turn.
Yeah,
and all it takes is one spark and one little moment that can change your perception. I think you had that with John Moxley. With the G1.
Yeah.
Like, I know that wasn't one particular spark, but his match against Kyle Fletcher seems to have like changed the opinion of a lot of people, turned him into a face. Obviously his body of work leading up to that was, but like I fucking hated John Moxley for so long. He was one of the main reasons why I stopped watching AEW. I just didn't find him interesting.
I started turning dramatically in how because there's been various times where I've loved Moxley, but I was bored of him. And All In match with Hangman, I was like, that is one of the greatest heel performances I've ever seen. He did everything in his power to make the baby face.
Like what I'm trying to get at with the New Day is like all it would take would be for one thing could have happened on last week's Raw. Like, their heel turn was great because we have such a even though we have such a love for history and nostalgia, we do have short attention spans.
Yeah, and we have everyone. I think everyone suffers from
you could heat up
recency bias.
Heat up almost if you wanted to.
I think if Omos showed up on Raw next week, he'd be over.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, if he came out and did something,
Yeah.
like remember when Mason Ryan showed up with CM Punk? We're like, oh fuck, who the fuck is this guy? If you had to sustain that, for a while, you could have a viable challenger at least for a 2-month pay-per-view cycle.
Hey, do you think like?
Because they used to do that with like Kozlov and
wouldn't almost be a deadly monster of the month for Cody?
Perfect. Like no one's going to remember his match with Lesnar, or no one's going to
Actually,
remember.
I forgot about that. That's
Exactly.
but that's like 3 years ago.
Yeah, no one's going to remember Microman.
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Yeah, more of that.
Like,
please.
make that a thing.
Yeah,
but like
again, I just think that for WWE to start getting people over at a consistent rate, like quick enough and at a consistent rate, they need to increase their matches on pay-per-view to like 6-7 matches to be able to feature enough people to get them over.
We're not necessarily watching every segment of Raw and SmackDown and NXT. And
but nobody is. Nobody can consume all of that.
WWE fell off this year.
WWE did fall off this year. Well, that's obvious. Like,
yeah,
they came off the back of 2 of their most critically acclaimed. Like 2022, 3, 4 are their most critically acclaimed years since 97, 98, 99, 2000.
I'm starting to get that little bit of hope back now.
Don't do this
It
yourself.
seems like
this yourself.
John Cena's done, so the world can heal.
Yeah, but you know what's happening in January?
What?
Break the walls down.
Yeah, but he's not going to get the main event run that Cena got.
Chris Jericho will be in some main events this year.
Yeah, but he's not going to get like a main event.
No,
like,
he's not going to be the
He's not going to get that reverence, especially off Triple H, that Cena got.
Yeah, but Jericho is a fantastic politicker.
Yeah, but like Jericho can also like stay and entertain and stuff. He can help fucking like start a faction and which will be fun at the start.
He will have, like, I guarantee you, and a portion of his run is going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Now the match quality might be dog shit, but WWE fans don't really care. He could come up with a deadly catchphrase and yeet his way to another WrestleMania main event. You just don't fucking know. It's Chris Jericho. The way WWE is right now,
he's perfect for it.
He's fucking perfect for it.
Because he loves all these like shocking moments and
like he's deadly at getting catchphrases off.
Reveals of like, oh fuck, he was wearing a Penta mask.
He dressed up as Penta. He might come back like that.
Yeah.
And like he look at the list. You just made the list. Look at the list of unbelievable catchphrases he's had over years.
Are we looking ahead now to 2026?
Yeah.
Are we done with everyone that's fallen off?
No, but like loads of people fell
Let
off.
us know down in the comments. Comment below who's fallen off in the rest of the world.
Look at Adam Cole there. Like that's a major fall off.
Yeah, but that
is it a fall off from the previous year or is it just a fall off in general? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a fall off. Like he's injured as well.
Yeah, and I feel terrible for him. Like could potentially be a career-ending injury. We could say the same about Kevin Owens.
Piper Niven.
Yeah. You know, it's wrestling business. People get injured.
Do you think many people will come back at the Saudi Royal Rumble?
Jericho does.
Yeah, but in Saudi. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah,
he's not going to get that adulation that he'd want.
He's 100%.
That's why like January 5th people are reckoning.
He could do January 5th.
Some people are saying
if it was January 6th, it would have been perfect for him.
If it was January 6th, he probably wouldn't have showed up because he had to drop his wife off in Washington. But do you think Paige will
at least he's available January 5th.
Yeah.
Saraya, Paige.
Rumble.
But I don't think she's coming back. I think she could do a one and done at the Rumble.
Okay.
You know, like a legend.
Brie Bella.
That's an interesting one. I could see her doing a one and done
In the Rumble.
Yeah. I couldn't see her doing an extended run.
Yeah.
I could see her doing a Legends thing. Sure, Michelle McCool can come in and win it.
They're going to want to make this a fucking amazing run.
Michelle McCool's
going to get it.
She'll win it.
Maybe she might actually be in a tag team match with her husband, Mark McCool.
Mark McCool.
The McCools.
Mean Mark McCool.
Yeah. Mark McCool
who else?
Is a pretty fire name.
It is a fire name.
It's for a wrestler from
it's
the
better
80s.
than Mean Mark Callis.
Yeah. Like, what do you see for WWE in 2026 or AEW in 2026?
So
I think we're going to see a swap again of like good and bad.
Well, it happened already this year, really.
Yeah.
Will it go back the other direction?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it'll go back that soon. I think it could be the following year.
I think WWE I think WWE will like. I like what they're doing now with the Drew and Cody stuff and the 3 stages of hell. I like that promo that they did at Drew's house.
I didn't like the promo at the house.
Like we talked about the CM Punk and Braun Breaker stuff. You know, I think
here's my thing on it. I think what we're going to see
it's
with
the hope that kills it.
It is the hope that kills you, but here's where an issue has gone to rear its ugly head, and the issue being when all the part-timers come back for WrestleMania.
Like who though?
Roman.
Yeah,
he's a fucking part-timer. Brock is a part-timer. They're going to eat up so much of the time, energy, and attention that it will kind of bubble up through the fan base the way things are now with the anti-Triple H stuff we're seeing and all. And I think it'll actually lead to more people being pissed off.
WWE tried certain stuff this year, it just didn't fucking come off.
Well, they didn't plan anything though.
Like the Jey Uso thing, they tried.
But that was all based around viral moments.
Like imagine Sammy wins the Rumble.
I fucking love that.
In Saudi.
That'd be awesome.
And goes up against Cody.
I'd love it. Or goes up against Gunter.
Yeah. Well, like CM Punk's the champion.
Have Gunter beat CM Punk.
Yeah, but like I think, and there's I think Gunter has interesting things to do.
I think Gunter should just win the Rumble and beat Cody at Mania.
I think Gunter doesn't even need that. Gunter has AJ Styles there now.
I know,
Gunter has Rey Mysterio. Gunter has Jericho.
Fine, strike while the iron's hot. Strike while the iron's hot, and let them be his challengers. Because half the time they don't have challengers ready. Gunter has about 10 ready-made challengers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he has an interesting story that doesn't need the title. So allow them to develop that story without the title.
You can do that too.
And then
I just think you put the
create
title
a compelling thing with the title for someone else.
Because who?
For so long, like For so long, it only seems that we have world title stories as opposed to an undercard story. So I think it'd be interesting to go, right, Gunter...
Title versus career with AJ Styles. I like the sound of that.
Gunter doesn't give a fuck now about titles. He's having too much fun.
You see, the problem is there straight away. Your top guys should always give a fuck about your titles. Nobody gives a fuck about Punk's title.
But people cared about, like, the streak. That's what Gunter wants. It's kind of like a Gunter, I'm going to end your career. The streak of your career is going to be over. The titles can wait because I can get them anytime I want. I'm a 2-time world champion. I'm coming for your fucking legacy.
I want my wrestling to be about the world title. I
get that.
I want that to be the centerpiece.
I want stories.
But I do get where you're coming from.
I just want stories.
And see, the problem was WWE. We have this thing of they're a storytelling company.
Like Swerve and Hangman.
That was a great story.
But they didn't need the world title.
No, they didn't. But also when the world title came into it, their thing started outside of the world title, and then they both end up in this triple threat match with Joe, and Hangman just looks Swerve in the eyes and taps out to stop Swerve from winning the fucking title. Like it played a part, what
I'm saying is they didn't need the title. Like Shawn Michaels
but the title played
champion.
The title played an important role.
Shawn Michaels won one world title when he came back in 2002.
And he had some great stories. I agree with that. And
amazing matches. Like I know some of them revolved around the title, but like.
See, here's my worry for WWE in 2026. They will, and I think we can see this with Triple H, and this is why I'm pessimistic, is Triple H will continue to chase viral moments over satisfying stories, which is what he clearly did in 2025. He fell into the trap of constantly chasing viral moments. None of the Cena stuff was planned out. It felt like nothing ever had a next step planned out, only what's the next viral moment we can create.
That's what we do.
It's what we do. And they'll tell you it's a story, and then months later we'll find out what we knew all along. It wasn't.
Who do you think is going to step up in 2026?
In WWE?
Yeah.
I'm hoping... I would love to see the year really centered around... making Gunter a legit top guy, like a Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns level top guy, not that Drew McIntyre, CM Punk slightly below all them.
Someone who dropped off quite quickly, Blake Monroe. Mariah May.
Yeah. She went from one of the best stories in wrestling to
botching a finish.
Sad.
Yeah.
But I still have... There's time for her. Like, she's so young.
But
she did fall off.
Do you think she's going to step up onto the main roster in 2026?
It'd be better for her if she did. This NXT thing isn't fucking getting anyone over.
Ricky Saints.
He feels like he's just lost.
Ethan Page. He's done a lot.
Yeah, now the thing with Ethan Page is I actually think NXT is really suitable for him.
Get lost in the shuffle.
I think he could get lost in the shuffle.
Team with Chelsea Green though.
That'd be fun, like, and it is fun. I mean, it'd be fun on the main roster, and it's fun when they're doing their mixed tag stuff, and have great chemistry together. I don't know. NXT seems like a really good fit for him. Whereas with Ricky Saints and Blake Monroe, it feels like it has kind of just stunted them and slowed them down.
Do you think Obafemi and Trick Williams going to get a call up?
I would. She's like, I hope so at some stage this year. They're both ready, like.
Yeah.
Has to happen in 2026. Has to. They can't. If we're sat here next year doing this and they're both still in NXT, that's fucking booking malpractice.
Yeah.
That's just spinning their wheels for a year. That's the Ricky Sainz thing.
What about AEW? Who's going to step up? Bar all the people that are quite obvious. There's someone or talent acquisitions that they can make that make a difference.
Like, I'm just kind of looking at people like Adam Priest who have like gotten, a few small little, that Tony likes to book guys like they did it with Garcia, Yuta and Fletcher, as like they just lose all their matches for fucking ages, and then Tony's like, right, I'm going to give you a push now. So like they've had Adam Priest on Collision, Ring of Honor, some Dynamites, losing to Dax and all these guys like consistently, and then it's like Tony's like, I like this guy now. Lee Moriarty's another guy who's been getting pushed on Ring of Honor. Maybe that's his limit, but he started to develop something that I always thought he was a really good wrestler, but just had no personality.
Is there anyone in the independent scene that has stood out to you, or like that?
Fucking Mad Dog Conley, Jake something. Is he signed to TNA?
Yeah, not for long. I was going to say Jake something. Calvin Tankman.
Oh yeah, God.
One called Manders.
Calvin Tankman is a guy who I felt like 2-3 years ago, like this guy's going to break out soon. And it hasn't happened.
It's like Willie Mack. I thought he was going to break out.
Yeah, I thought
he
that
was
too.
Signed to WWE for like a small bit and then just never happened.
Never happened.
What about CMLL? Mystico, think he's staying there.
I'm really looking at kind of Soberano Jr. this year as a guy who I think Mystico will stay there. He might end up on a dual contract of some sort.
Stardom?
Stardom the story of Stardom for the next could be 2 or 3 years is Saya Kamatani.
Is she going to get signed up though?
By someone else?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I just think she has.
Look what happened to Julia when she's like.
I know, but Julia's different. Julia isn't fully Japanese. Struggle now, yeah. But like also Julia was never like the centerpiece of Stardom. She kind of accidentally ended up for a little while, but the company had never. She never felt the full backing of the company. She always felt like they were looking for the next person, and she was just keeping the seat warm, and as it happens all the time. And because they had a bit of an exodus with the Io Skies and Kairi Sanes and blah blah blah, and I was like, right, Julia's kind of keeping the seat warm for this next generation of Kamitani and Azumi and all these Starlight Kid and all them to come through. And when they were coming through, and then Julia bailed, But also that was the split with Rossi Ogawa and Marigold and all that happened around the same time. So there was a lot of shit going on there. But yeah, I think like Sai Kamatani, Azumi, Momo Watanabe and Starlight Kid for the next 2 are going to be top of that company for 2 years. They're not at a stage where I don't think we'll see a new star breakout, because all their top stars are kind of very fresh and new anyway. So it feels like they're kind of in the early stages of their Steve Austin Rock kind of thing. So I don't think in 2 years' time we might be talking about who's going to break out this year. Whereas I do think CMLL, because like Mystico's going to be another year older, Soberano Jr.'s like bubbling up big time. I think he could be the guy to break out there this year as like a main event draw.
What's your bold prediction for 2026?
My bold prediction for 2026, right, is we see. I want to say it, but I think it could end up being the opposite. Is we see 5 AEW world champions.
So MJF, Kyle Fletcher,
Will Ospreay. I think like I think a potential like Mark Briscoe run in the middle, and maybe even another Moxley run.
There you have it. My bold prediction: Chad Gable, world champion.
I fucking hope you're right.
And I mean world champion. I don't necessarily mean WWE champion.
You're getting
mega champion.
You got a fucking mega champion. That's of course.
I said world champion. He's going to be a world champion.
Give us another prediction for 2026. Who's your breakout star?
Breakout star of 2025.
Of 2026, who do you think is going to break out?
I don't think I have one. Like on the independent scene or in WWE or
Like someone who's like undercard in AWW or in right now that you think is going to like ascend to a new level. Not necessarily like.
Well, I said Briscoe on the last.
Yeah.
Because I really like Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, he's great.
In WWE,
like who's lower card?
I still don't think Austin Theory has it.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah,
I don't think he does.
Like the way he taught, I heard his promo with Paul Heyman there recently. It's just like,
and like you can't pick Braun because
I think Chad has something like.
I know. But do we know what his timeline for return is?
It's imminently. Apparently.
Is it Royal Rumble?
Could be.
Yeah.
Like I think he has.
He's so awesome.
He makes everything great.
Yeah, like he went like the only thing he didn't make right, and he got screwed on this.
Sorry, G.
I know he made that good. He made he didn't make it good. He made it better than it ever had any right to be. The only thing he didn't make right was the fucking Wyatt 6. He got screwed in that. He was in loads of hot storylines leading up to that, and then he got shafted into that. He tried, yeah, but everything before that and since then, he's made great. I hope you're right on him.
He has to have a breakout year.
I hope so.
Because every year seems like a breakout year, and they just never do anything.
And
then but I see like something particular this year with the Kingo and Money in the Bank match,
the injury happening. Like, exactly. Yeah.
The El Grande Americano, like you said, getting that over.
When I was doing the Murrays there, you were like, best in ring. What about Chad Gable? And I was like, I can't put him in. He's been injured. Like it was same. I didn't put Ospreay in. It was like Ospreay was worked more of the year than Gable did, and if I was cutting off as him as having too short a run. Like
you can put Gable with
anybody. He's like so good, and also
likable and unlikable,
and exceptionally entertaining.
Yeah,
like he's a great wrestler and exceptionally entertaining, and he's funny and he can be serious. Like he's a 5-tool player, as Anthony Bones would like to call himself.
Do you think Owens is back?
I hope so. Like I've said this. I don't know how many times. He's the best guy they got in that company all around. He makes now. We talk about a guy who makes everything amazing.
Him and Jericho again. That'd be fun.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah. Breakout star. I don't know. Maybe Dragunov is going to move up the card.
Yeah, I just have
Dragunov as a heel against Cody would be great.
Fucking great.
Yeah, you basically have Rocky.
Can we get like
you just do the Rocky fucking
just do
thing.
Rocky.
Do Rocky 4.
Bring up Ricky Saints as Cody's best friend. Have him get killed in the ring by Dragunov, and have Dragunov say if he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
And then Cody has to go to Russia to beat him.
And have Cody fucking
training in the snow, lifting logs over his head.
Throw a few injections there in Ilya.
Yeah, but like, can we just get another Gunter Ilya match on the main roster on a pay-per-view for 42 minutes?
Yeah,
because I'll watch that too.
I'll watch the shit out of that.
Like they had 2 of the best matches you'll ever see. Like
class. And do something with Pete Dunne.
Pete and Tyler.
Yeah, do something with the boys.
Let them free. Let them spread their wings.
Yeah. Let them.
If Trent Seven gets this grant off the ground,
boom,
bring back British Strong Style.
Yeah, Pete Dunne's sorted for life. Right.
Pete Dunne's a mad guy there in terms of not in front of the camera.
Yeah.
In terms of but he's so young.
He's like producing.
Yeah, he's 30.
The Undertaker.
30?
Yeah.
32?
Yeah, you're not younger. He's in his 20s still.
He's still in his 20s. So Pete, go do indies for 10 years and then go
Make
back.
Your bank, Pete.
Go back.
We know how great you are. This has been the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show, the last one of 2025. Oh, did you enjoy this set?
Will this be released before?
Yeah, I'm going to edit it the second you leave.
Tomorrow is New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it'll probably be out New Year's Eve.
Sick.
So happy Christmas.
New Year's.
Happy New Year. What did you think of the setting?
How's this vibe?
New camera. Old camera.
We're different colours, definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to have the colour scheme.
Colour grade is what they call it. I learned this on YouTube.
What's the sound like? There was a few technical issues.
We had some technical issues. We had to pause about 4 times.
Yeah, so you might have noticed a big jump in time.
Well, I think I covered one real well with the Suji stuff.
It's all going to be covered in the edit.
The Suji thing was real good.
I'm going to make you say, I suck eggs.
Okay.
Morro sucks eggs.
I enjoy a good boiled egg, to be perfectly honest.
And I'm going to have to find you saying sucks, and then you saying all of me Morro. Comment. Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, what a year. What a year for the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show.
It's been a great year. We
have over 3,000 subscribers on YouTube now.
We never celebrate that.
Yeah, we didn't. We did it right now.
Yeah, we're doing it now. Thank you so much. And thanks for all the comments. They're great to read.
I love the comments.
Yeah,
It's my favourite thing.
It's a great little community that we have here. Everyone from Jared, Ushins, Ribshot, Brian Maxwell, fucking Andrew Murphy, like
Sean, fucking
Neil,
Jamie B. We could be here all day now.
Could be here all
Brian
day.
Dunn.
Yeah, like if we didn't mention you, I would, like Run the Analyst.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So many.
Everyone except Dunphy, really.
I like Dunphy.
Do you?
Yeah, he's my friend.
He's okay. We'll bring him back
He's
maybe.
a terrible podcaster, good guy.
Yeah,
terrible
he's a good guy. He's just.
I'm so far away from this, probably.
It's probably I'm gonna have to work on it. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a great New Year. We'll see you in 2026. Not literally, but
Figuratively.
Talk to Stream Morro.
I've weeks in the can.
Weeks in the can. I've started writing new bazaars. I'm gonna get them all done before I start releasing them.
This week's total release tomorrow's up unlisted for you to watch. Like
I'm gonna watch it. And if you're in that Instagram chat, please respond if you can.
Yeah, chat.
Yeah, I don't know if you can say stuff.
I don't know if they can. It feels like they can't because nobody ever has.
Yeah,
I've said stuff.
You've said stuff, but I think that's because you're an admin or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it's.
Does it work? We don't know how it works.
Do you want to create a different chat where we can all fucking chat wrestling? I don't know.
I'm working on a Discord where like
Discord. That's what we're gonna do.
yeah, people can chat wrestling.
You're gonna go home and sort that out today.
I'm going to home and play a Total Extreme Morro.
He's not. You sort out the Discord and we'll put it
I'm addicted.
below.
I made a major signing and I can't wait to put them in a wrestling match.
You're a fucking loser. Anyway, the Murrays are up from last night. All Elite Morro. Morro's
End of year awards.
End of year awards. This has been the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. This is it for 2025. Thanks so much for listening. I'm the Big Big Bush. This is my fellow Obogan Morro. Stay safe. Stay sane. Good luck.